first case is the direct stress due to the axial loading, column subjected to axial load, and another one is the that is the bending stress due to the column subjected to the eccentric loading. So here there is a direct stress and there will be a bending stress, and combination of these two will give the resultant stress. The resultant stress will be maximum or minimum. So here at one side, if it is that is a direct stress plus bending stress, so this will be a maximum stress, and here that sigma d minus sigma b will give the minimum stress. Okay, so that we know that. So here again, this is another. You can see this is the stress distribution diagram. So one side this is the bending stress, and other side is the that is the sigma b only, but here it is a positive, here it is a negative. So the column is subjected to only compressive stress. Okay, if the that resultant stress is the minus, so that indicates that column is subjected to a tensile stresses. But as you know that the column that in case of the column, that the tensile stresses are going to avoid. Okay, because it is a harmful for that column, so the cracks, the tensile cracks are going to occurs. Due to that one, the that column is not able to resist the tensile forces. So that is the reason why we are going to avoid the tensile stresses in a column. So again, how to calculate these direct stresses? The direct stresses are calculated by using that is a stress equation, that is P upon A. P is the that is a axial load, and A is the cross sectional area. So cross sectional area, and bending stress is that is using a bending equation, that is M by I into Y. Okay, M is the moment due to the eccentric loading, and here I is the moment of inertia about a particular axis, and Y is the that is a distance from the neutral axis to the extreme fiber. So model section modulus is equal to I upon Y. Okay, so I upon Y will give the section modulus, and we know that maximum and minimum stresses also. So maximum stresses, okay, will be the summation of sigma d plus sigma b, and minimum stress will be the sigma d minus sigma b it is. So and stress distribution diagram for this one. So already we have discussed this part also in last lecture. Okay, column which is subjected to the axial loading, uniform stress will be there for the entire cross sectional area. So if the column is subjected to eccentric loading, yes, one side there will be maximum stress, one side there will be minimum stress. Okay, so maximum stress will be sigma d plus sigma b, minimum stress will be sigma d minus sigma b. Okay, so again, here another the case you can see again for eccentric loading only, the column subject to eccentric loading only, the one side that will be subject to a maximum, other side is subjected to a minimum. So minimum stress is 0 and maximum stress is something value is there. Why? Because here based upon that condition that sigma d should be greater than sigma that is sigma b. So this is the first case. So if the sigma d should be greater than sigma b, so the stress distribution diagram in this way. So here second case is if the sigma d is equal to sigma b. So here the maximum stress will be two times of sigma d or two times of sigma b. So at minimum value, so this will be a 0. This will be a 0. And third case is the stress distribution diagram is sigma d is less than sigma b. Okay, means what? Here bending stress is greater than direct stress, so that the maximum the stress will be in a positive, so that is also the compressive, and minimum stress is a negative, so that is nothing but, so here there is a tensile stress, there is a tensile stress. Okay, so that we are going to calculate here. It is here in column cases we are considering the positive as a compressive and negative is the tensile. So again, limit of eccentricity we have to calculate. Okay, already we have calculated the limit of eccentricity also using a that no tension condition. So how to calculate the no tension condition? So the no tension condition is that is sigma d should be greater than or equal to sigma b. So because here you know that sigma d should be sigma, first case sigma d should be greater than sigma b. So again it is a positive only, that is nothing but the stresses are in compression only, compressive stresses. Second case is if sigma d is equal to sigma b is also that positive value only, so that again it is still in a compressive only. So second case That is the third case. You can see here the that sigma D should be less than sigma B. So this becomes the partly tensile and partly compression. So that this case is going to avoid. So that is the reason why you are going to this one. And also we have seen that the limit of eccentricity also. So in last lecture we have seen the limit of eccentricity using the no tension condition. Okay. So today we will go for the numericals over this one, and yes, we will go for the numericals. Yes. Now I will consider one that is an example, and you also you should all of you should have a calculator and a notebook. So however I am going to solve, and you have to calculate with me also. Okay. So a uh, square column of size 400 by 400 mm. So this is a cross section, and is subjected to axial load of axial load of 400 kilonewton. In addition to this load, in addition to this load, a load of 40 kilonewton, a load of 40 kilonewton acting at an eccentricity of 20 mm about both about both x and y axis. X and y axis. Find the stresses at all the corners. Okay. So this is a given numerical. So here we need to calculate the stresses at all the corners. Okay. Are you getting point? Yes. Okay. Am I am audible to everyone? Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So here you can see this given numerical. Once again, I am going to read this. A square column of size 400 mm by 400 mm is subjected to axial load of 400 kilonewton. In addition to this load, a load 40 kilonewton is acting at an eccentricity of 20 mm about both x and y axis. Find the stresses at all the corners. So here this is a given numerical. So now we have to take a given data. So what are the data is available? We have to consider this. So that square column, that is the width of the column, and width depth of the column is, it is a given 400 mm. So and that is, here I will consider a P1. Okay, P1 is a axial load. So here it is a 400 kilo Newton. So here I can consider the axial load. And here P2 is a, that is 40 kilo Newton. So that is a eccentric loading. So kitna eccentric hai? That is 20 mm. So here it is EXX and EYY. So here at both axes there is a eccentric loading that 20 mm eccentricity is there. Okay. So now I will draw the cross section. So this is a square section. So here it is a width is B and depth of the section is D. So width of the section is 400 mm and depth is also it is 400 mm. Okay. So here it is a x-axis and here it is a y-axis. It is a y. So it is symmetrical about both x and y, and centroid is exactly there at a point of the cross section. Okay, this particular cross section, and here there is a load of here it is a P1 load. This is a P1 load and this is a P2 load. Okay, so कितना distance में आपका this load is acting P2 load here about y. This is a 20, that is a EYY, it is a 20, and about x-axis, that is EXX, will be there at a 20 mm. 20 mm means what? With respect to both axes, that eccentricity will be 20 mm. Okay, so 20 mm. So now I want to calculate the stress at this corner. So corner here I will say it is a, this is a corner, this is a B corner. So it is a C and it is D corner. Now I want to calculate the stress at this point, stress at this corner, stress at A, stress at D corner. I want to calculate. So here, first here as you know that the theory, yes, this column is subjected to two loads. One is the axial load, another is the eccentric loading. Okay, so direct stress is also, direct stress will be a, both that P1 and P2. Okay, because as you know that the direct stress will be the total eccentric as well as the axial loading also. So that the first is I will calculate the direct stress. So direct stress will be there for axially as well as the eccentric loading also. So direct stress, that is sigma D is equal to, so what is the formula? That is a P upon A. Okay, so here P is nothing but that is P1 plus P2. Why? Because the that is direct stress will be there for both the loads, that is axial as well as the eccentricity. So that the direct stress, that is P1 is given, it is a 400 plus 40 is the P2, and here both the loads are kilonewton, so that here I am converting Newton, it is divided by cross sectional area. Cross sectional area is B into D, it is, so it is 400 into 400, 400 into 400. So can you tell me the sigma D? Can you tell me the sigma D? It is a direct stress. Direct stress due to the axial load as well as the eccentric loading. Yes, can you tell me?
$2.75.
Okay, now 2.75. So here, as you know that this is a positive. Sigma D is plus 2.75 because of the axial load. That direct stress is always compressive. Direct stress is always compressive, so that it is a positive. Next is bending stress. So here bending stress due to the eccentric loading only. Bending stress due to the, that is eccentric loading. So here eccentric loading is, okay, 1 second. Direct 400 subjected to 400 kilonewton, eccentric loading is 40. So eccentricity loading आपका कितना है? It is a 40, right? Okay. So now bending stress due to eccentric loading. Eccentric loading. Okay. So here we know that I want to calculate the with respect to x and y, because here you can see here eccentricity will be both the x's is there. So about the x and about the y is there. First I will calculate the about the x, and later I will go for the about the y also, because here you can see both the x's are remain same. Eccentricity will be there at yeah, 20 mm. About the both x's will be 20 mm only, but that that bending stress about the x and y axis will be remain same value. Okay, will be the remains same. But anyhow, we will go calculation will be separately. I will do. Okay.
So now I will go for the sigma b xx will be equal to plus or minus, that is p2 that is p2 into exx into y xx upon I xx. Okay, because we are calculating about y xx, so that here sigma b xx will be equal to, already you know that what is the p2. So p2 is, it is a 40 kilonewton. So eccentric load is 40 kilonewton converted into a newton, and here exx, it is a 20 mm. So already it is given 20 mm, and into what is the y-axis. So here you can see. So with respect to this, yes, with respect to this neutral axis, I can say it is a neutral axis because of the, this is a main centroid. So this will be that is a neutral axis. So extreme fiber will be a, this will be the extreme fiber. So this will be the y, this will be a y-axis. So here it will be y xx. So what will be the distance? So here it is a two total 200 depth is there, divided by 2. Okay, divided by 2. So this will be 200. So यहाँ पे इसका कितना आएगा? Extreme fiber from the neutral axis में आपका 200 the depth रहेगा. So this will be a, that is y xx will be equal to 200. Now I want to calculate the moment of inertia about y axis. So here how will you calculate the moment of inertia? So moment of inertia will be bd cube upon 12. It is bd cube upon 12. We are calculating about the x direction. Okay, it is a square, so that both ixx and iyy will be remain same. So it is 400 into, that is 400 cube upon 12. So can you tell me this ixx? This is iyy. Iyy will also change. Yes, tell me the answer. So now I will put it is 200, that is the y-axis, and ixx is equal to, iyy is equal to, what is the ixx?
2133 into 10 raised to 6.
Yes, so it is a 2.133 into 10 raised to 9 mm raised to 4. So you can check this 2.133 into 10 raised to 9. So now I will put 2.133 into 10 raised to 9. So now sigma b xx will be equal to, again plus or minus, plus or minus. Okay, I will tell why it is a plus, why it is a minus. Okay. So कितना आता है आंसर?
0.075.
Okay, it is a 0.075 Newton per mm square. Okay, Newton per mm square. Here, that plus indicates now sigma bx is equal to plus 0.075 Newton per mm square. So this will be a at right face of the column. This is a right face of column. Right face of column is nothing but what? Where the that eccentric loading is there, so that it is the right face of the section or column. So here you can see it. So if I consider this one, this will be the right, the face of the column, and this will be the left face of the column. So right face of the column will be the positive because of the compressive, the stress will be there, and left face of the column there will be a tensile stress because of the due to the that eccentricity. Okay, eccentricity. So that here I can write it is sigma b xx will be minus 0.075 Newton per mm square at left face of section, at left face of section. So I can write it is so it is a face BC, and this is a AD face. This is the AD face. So similarly, now I want to calculate the bending stress about the y-axis. Okay. So now bending stress about y-axis. So again also remains same because of the it is a square section is there, so that the value will be remain same. So here bending stress about y-axis is equal to, again plus or minus, that is a P2 into, that is EYY into y upon I y it is. So here we will see this, that is P2 is 40 kilonewton, that is converted into a Newton, and it is a EYY is 20, and YYY is also, it is a 200 because of the, with respect to this YY, yes, one second. So with respect to this y-axis, at there is a 200 mm depth to the neutral axis to the extreme fiber. So that here yy will be equal to 0. It is a 200. And Iyy is already, it is calculated, that is 2.133 into 10 raised to 9, because of it is a symmetrical section about both x and y axis. So now tell me answer. Again, this will be also remain same. That is plus or minus 0.075 Newton per mm square. Okay. So again here now sigma yy is equal to, that is plus 0.075. So Newton per mm square. Okay. Where this will be there? So this will be there at the top of the section. So here it is the top of the section. Here it is top of the section is AB, and here bottom section will be a, it is a negative, that will be a tensile. So that will be a tensile. So here at top of section, so I can say it is AB, face AB. Similarly, now sigma BYY is equal to minus 0.075 Newton per mm square. Okay, so at it is a bottom face of section. Okay, bottom face of section. So that will be a DC, or it is a CD, DC or CD. Okay, so now I want to calculate the resultant stress at the each corner. Okay, so resultant the stresses at the all the corner points. Okay, so resultant stress. What is the resultant? Resultant stress is nothing but the that is combination of the direct stress plus and direct stress. Okay, so that is, so now resultant stress at all corners. Okay, so that is corner A, B, C, and D. A, B, C, and D. So now I will go for the corner at corner A. At corner A. So corner A is nothing but resultant stress at corner A is equal to. So now you can see here what are the corner A. So here one is, that is a resultant stress is, that is a direct stress is there. So direct stress is positive. So that is a plus sigma D. And with respect to this the point A, so here there is a that is sigma bx is there. Okay, right. So here sigma bx is there. So means what, here it is a the top face is there and left section is there, left face is there. Okay, so here you can see the top face is, here we got a positive, and left face is you got a negative. Okay, so that is the resultant force. If I go for the resultant, the force at point B, so there will be a direct stress, that is a plus sigma D, and here again there is a top, and again there is a bottom. It is again there is a right. So this will be a here both the values are positive. So if I go for the point C, so again it is a direct stress is there sigma D, and again it is a right face, and there is a bottom face, it is a minus. So again it is a D. So here there is a sigma D minus, and it is a bottom, and it is a left. Okay, it is a left. So based upon that one, we are going to calculate this one. So now I will go for the at corner A. So here plus sigma D. Okay, and again at the particular point A, so there is a top face. Okay, top face के लिए क्या रहेगा? That is sigma B x. So यहाँ पे देखिए आप लोग. So here sigma B y में क्या है? So there is, yes, sigma B y, it is a top face, it is sigma B में आपका top face आ रहा है. So now I can write it is a sigma yy. So again at the left face is there. Okay,
So Bx is, it is having a the left face. So here it is left face is minus 0.075. So here I can write it is the that is sigma b xx, sigma b xx. So resultant stress is sigma d is already we have calculated 2.75, and sigma b yy is there, that is a 0.075, and sigma bx is 0.075. So this will be a plus 2.75 Newton per mm square. So that is nothing but at corner A. So there is a resultant stress is, that is a 2.75. So again it is a positive, so that it is a compressive. Okay, stress is in compressive only, not tension. Okay, so this is the way. Next is, now I will go for the at corner B, at corner B. So how to calculate corner B? Yes, that is a, again you can see, if I go for the corner B, यहाँ पे मैं छोटा सा rectangle ड्रा करता हूँ, यहाँ पे देखिए, this is a square section, right? So this is a square section, this is A, this is B, C, D. So here we are going for the at point B. So this is a top, this is a right. Definitely this is having a symmetrical section and square section, so that here I y and ixx will be the remain same. Calculation becomes a simple. So if it is a like a rectangular section, again there will be a ixx and iyy will be different. Okay, so there will be a different value, and even yy value is also will be also a different value. Okay, so that is there. Next is, we will go for another numerical for this one. Okay, any doubt? You can ask me if you have any doubts. Shall we go for next numerical?
Yes, sir.
Okay, right. It is also a similar numerical, but the only change is that eccentricity is not given directly. So eccentricity is given indirect way. So you people, you can take this as a homework. Yes, you people take it as a homework, and you have to try, and I will go for the next numerical. Okay, so now I will give numerical, and I will give a hint also. One second. Okay, so this is a second numerical. A short vertical column, vertical column is of rectangular section, that is 40 by 30 centimeter. 40 by 30 centimeter. It carries a load 80 kilonewton. It carries a load 80 kilonewton at a 50 mm. I think it is 50 mm. 50 mm away from the center of the section. From the center of the section. Along one of the diagonal. Calculate intensity of the stress, stress at corners of the column. Okay, so here this is a given numerical. So a short vertical column is of rectangular section 40 by 30 centimeter. So here 40 is the width and 30 is the depth. It carries a load of 80 kilonewton at a 50 mm away from the center of the section. So it is not 56, it is a 50. Okay, a section along the one of the diagonal. Calculate the intensity of the stresses at calculate the intensity of stress at corners of the column. So whatever we have calculated previously, it is the same thing. And here 50 mm eccentricity is also given indirect. So here it is a given cross section. You can see here. So this is a cross section. So this cross section is having a width is 40 centimeter. So all given in terms of centimeter, and here it is a depth is 30 centimeter. So now this will be a diagonal, one diagonal, and this will be another diagonal. Okay, so this will be another diagonal, and here this will be a xx, and this will be a yxx. Okay, so here there is a the diagonal distance. Okay, so it is 5 centimeter. So here that is diagonal distance is given in terms of mm. So now I am converting into a centimeter divided by 10. So this will become a 5 centimeter. So here load is acting this way. So here load is acting 80 kilonewton eccentric about both x and y axis again. Okay, so what is the hint? So hint will be so now I want to calculate this EYY and EXX. So how will you calculate? Using the geometry. So here that only P is given, that is eccentric loading, and next is there anything? Yes, the section is given, that is B into D, 40 into 30 centimeter. Okay, so now I want to calculate this angle. So because here if I consider it is a separately, so it is the triangle, so there will be a triangle. Okay, so this triangle I want to calculate the theta. So how to calculate this triangle? So I can calculate, this is a half of this section. Here now 30, so this will be 15, and this will be a 20. This will be a 20. So I can use the tan theta, that is tan theta is equal to 15 upon 20. So the theta will be certain angle. So certain angle. Can you tell me the theta? Why it is 15? Because here above that is section above the neutral axis, and half of the section we have considered. Can you tell me tan what is the theta?
36.86.
36.86 degree. 36.86 degree. So now I want to calculate this EXX and EYY eccentricity. So with respect to that X and Y, I want to calculate the EXX. So here now you can see here, this is a multiply into a 10 for both value. It is 400 into 300. Yes, always you have to calculate the stresses in terms of Newton per mm square only. Again, if they are given in terms of centimeter, converted into a mm. Can you tell me answer?
0.66.
Okay, so it is a 0.66. It is plus 0.66 Newton per mm square. Similarly, now I want to calculate the bending stress about bending stress about bending stress about x-axis. Okay, so bending stress about x, that is sigma b about x equal to plus or minus p into exx yxx upon ixx. So now I need to, here we know that already exx. So exx is already we have calculated, it is 3 centimeter. Okay, so 3 centimeter is nothing but converted into mm. So this will be 30 mm. And similarly, I want to calculate the ixx. So how to calculate the ixx? So using a BD cube upon 12. So here B is 40 and D is 30. So means again converted into a mm. So here 400 into, that is 300 cube upon 12. So this is a ixx. So can you tell me why xx here? Anyone, can you tell me why xx? So here about from this neutral axis. So xx is nothing but x direction मतलब क्या रहेगा आपको? This is a neutral axis. With respect to this, here extreme fiber is, that is a y-axis. So here it is 300 and it will be 150 mm. 150 mm. So here y-axis will be 150. So here y-axis will be, that is total is 300 upon 2. So this will be 115. Tell me the answer. Directly मुझे sigma bxx का बताइए. Quickly. It is a similar problem. कितना आता है बताइए. Tell me the answer.
Point 4.
Yes, exactly. So here it is plus or minus 0.4 Newton per mm square. So again we are considering here, you can see sigma p xx equal to plus 0.4 is nothing but what? That is a right. It is a right side. Right side. Or it is a you can say, you can give the naming of this one. So इसको मैं naming देता हूँ. So A, B, C, D. So here we are calculating with respect, sorry, with respect to x, right? So it is the top and bottom, not it is left and right, it is. Okay, so here this will be a, not right side, it is a top and bottom, because we are calculating with respect to the x. So this will be a positive is nothing but at the top of the section. Similarly, sigma bxx, that minus 0.4 megapascal, it is a bottom of section. Bottom of section. Okay. So now I want to calculate the bending stress about. So now bending stress about y-axis. So again we know the formula, that is b yy is equal to plus or minus p into, that is eyy into yy upon iyy. So you know that already eyy we have calculated, it is 4 centimeter converted into a mm. This will be a 40 mm. 40 mm. And yy, can you tell me yy? Okay, with respect to here, yes. So with respect to this y, we can consider this distance. So total is 400 divided by 2. So there is a y is 200 it is. So here it is 200. So now it is a 200 mm. Next is iyy. So how to calculate the iyy? It is a bd cube upon 12. But with respect to the x, now it is a db cube upon 12. So d is 300, depth is, it is a width is 400 cube upon 12. So now sigma byy. Tell me the sigma byy quickly. टोटल बताइए, सिग्मा बी वाई वाई आंसर बताइए टोटल।
पॉइंट 4।
हाँ, तो इसका भी सेम आता है, 0.4 आता है, राइट, एग्जैक्टली। सो इट इज 0.4 न्यूटन पर mm square. Again, here we are calculating with respect to the y. So this is a section, this is a y, this is a y, this is a x. Okay, so now you can see here with respect to this y, here this is a this will be the right side, this will be the left side of the section. So sigma b y is equal to plus 0.4 newton per mm square at right side, of section. And similarly sigma byy is equal to minus 0.4, it is a megapascal at left side of the section, so this is how we are going to calculate it. Now I want to calculate the resultant stress. So again, similar concept, same concept we have to use here. The resultant stress at all corners, all the corners. So here corner A, resultant stress at A. So resultant stress at A, imagine there is a yes section. So यहाँ पे जो section है, this is a A, this is B, C, D. So if I want to calculate the corner A, so this is the top, this is the left. Okay, so now I will write it is directly. Now what is the sigma d? Sigma d कितना आया था? Sigma d we have calculated 0.66. Okay, 0.66. Now here at point B, where point A we are considering. So one is top section is there, left section is there. So that is a plus 4 minus 0.4. So this will be a plus 0.66 MPa. Okay, it is a compression. So similarly at corner B, so at corner B 0.66 direct stress, and again there is a top, so that is a 0.4, and right side is there 0.4 it is. So this will be a, you can check that one. And resultant stress at C, so resultant stress at C is nothing but so 0.66, and there is a right side 0.44, and there is a bottom, it is a 0.4. So this will be 0.66 only. Last, with respect to D, so it is a plus 0.66 minus 0.4 minus 0.4. So just to check this one. Yes, what is the second? Sigma. Yes, this will be 1.3 megapascal. It is a compressive because it is a positive, and second one is also it is a positive, so it is also compression. But last one it is a 1 point minus 1.33, so this will be a tensile because it is a negative, so that it is a means what at corner D में आपका tensile stress induce हो रहा है. Okay, so and remaining corner A, corner B, corner C, there is a the compressive stress, and remaining 1 point, that is a D, there is a tensile stress. So like this we are going to calculate the calculate the stresses at a different corners. So now I will give a one numerical. You can practice it. If you didn't getting, we will solve in the next lecture. Okay. Yes, 1 minute. I will show. I will show that. आप लोग नोट ऑन कीजिए चाहिए तो। So here this is a numerical. Okay, are you getting this screen visible हो रहा है सबको? Yes, screen is visible to everyone. So you can read the numerical. So here a short column has a hollow circular cross section of a outside diameter 230 mm and wall thickness is 30 mm. An axial compressive load of 400 kilonewton is applied together with a parallel compressive load of 300 kilonewton at an offset of 100 mm from the axis. Okay, so calculate the maximum tensile and compressive stresses in column. So second case, determine the maximum eccentricity that the 300 kilonewton load can have. Okay, can have if no tensile stress is to allowed in the cross section. No tensile stress is allowed to in the cross section. So here first is what we have to do. So first we need to take whatever the given data is there. So a short column as a hollow circular column is there. Okay, so here it is having a outside diameter is 230 mm and wall thickness is 30 mm. So I can calculate the internal diameter. So next is axial compressive load is 400 kilonewton. So here at exactly central point में आपका 400 kilonewton act हो रहा है and together there is a load and parallelly apply हो रहा है. Okay, so 400 kilonewton का parallelly मतलब क्या होगा? So with respect to that line only, it is a 300 kilonewton at an eccentricity of 100 mm. Okay, from the axis. So first is we need to calculate the maximum tensile and compressive stresses in the column, and after that we have to calculate the maximum eccentricity that the 300 load is going to act. So if no tensile stresses are allowed in the cross section of the cross section, so that this numerical is there. So just to try in home, and if you didn't get, we will solve in next lecture. Okay, we will solve in the next lecture. So from your side, any queries related to this, you can ask me freely. So